to do as much as he let Ken do as much as he can to wear himself out, probably with the kicks and with the punches. But watch Royce.
But if you remember, the first round, Ken didn't do very much. Ken just kind of moved around a little bit and dropped in for a beautiful double leg takedown, as we call it in wrestling, and took him right off his feet. Now, Royce has to worry about that. Now for our second combatant, Ken Shamrock of California. I think the crowd really doesn't know yet what's going to happen, but now when they see Ken enter the ring, I think some anticipation will arise very, very fluently.
I think we may have a little bit of Ken thinking that who's in the ring with him.
I also think Ken's going to be a little bit of fortunes when he enters the ring and walks across to visit Royce. Because you notice what entered the ring between Pat Smith and Ken. But I think what's going to happen is he's going to create a little bit of havoc. Are you ready for this, Jim?
I'm absolutely ready for this one, Dave.
I think this is going to be the best fight of the evening.
Even if it's short.
Exactly.
But I'd like to see a little strategy myself.
Well, I think it will be.
Oh, yes. Well, you can count on it.
I definitely think there's going to be some caution between the two of them before they get clinched.
Well, I think when they meet in the middle of the ring, I think Ken's going to have a couple things to say to Royce. Royce, I'm sure, will be the gentleman like always, but I'm sure Ken will like to let him know what he thinks of him.
When they have the jiu-jitsu matches, are they usually by weight class?
No. Actually, when it comes to weight, jiu-jitsu, I think, is one of the sports and the arts that doesn't really place a great deal of emphasis on weight.
Many times in judo, when I first started judo, there were only 4 weight divisions. There was 150 pounds and below, 176 and below, 205 and under, and then again, super heavyweight 205 and over. And I'm sure this is very similar, except, like you said, now they probably just have one large weight division.
I think so.
Which is none.
That's right.
I think what we're trying to do now is trying to let the guys get prepared for this battle. They know who they have to fight now. They're psyching themselves up. They're thinking. They're trying to relax, trying to move, even though Royce is moving a little bit. Ken's over in this corner, bouncing around up and down, trying to think, what can I do? What am I going to do? Royce has to see, how can I defend against the strength? How can I manipulate? How can I work this movement?
Ladies and gentlemen, our second semifinal match of the evening. Please welcome back the 26-year-old jiu-jitsu master from Torrance, California, and Rio de Janeiro. 6'1" and 178 pounds, Royce Gracie. Semi-final match, just back from the Japanese professional circuit, the shoot fighter with a record of 24-3-2, Ken Shamrock.
I think that's a lot of the Brazilian contingent not liking Ken Shamrock.
I don't blame them.
I don't either. He's going to have a lot of movement going on. Now they're going to meet in the center.
This is not Royce's encounter with first encounter with a shoot fighter, by the way.
Not?
No, absolutely not. So Royce is very familiar with what Ken's going to do.
Well, if you notice, the referee is kind of keeping them far away from each other. I think it's very intelligent.
Premature fighting.
Yes.
Very likely event here.
And we're ready to start, ladies and gentlemen. I think this will be a very exciting bout.
There they go. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Look at this.
Big judge right away.
Royce is up, and now he's trying to put the person between his guard. There goes that kick to the back, right on the...
Going right into the kidney there.
Exactly. Yeah. Ken's got his right leg up, trying to prevent Royce from getting his left leg over, and now Royce has him in what appears to be the guard position. Royce takes the mount. That's exactly where Royce wants to be. Now what Royce is probably going to try to do is get his left leg over Ken's.
Ken doesn't have to be able to do that if he has his weight above like that.
Right, now what he's trying to do, what I think Ken is trying to do is keep Royce at
watch that leg. Ken's going for that leg again. Same thing he did with his previous opponent. And Royce, watch this, there goes Royce. He looks like he's going for the back.
Ken's back up.
Royce, there's the tap. Royce actually had him in a choke from the back, and he tapped. He tapped 4 times. Bill, that was
I did not see the tap.
I saw it 4 times.
Now, from the angle that we were at, I didn't get to see what sort of hold you had on him. But that didn't last long.
That's it. That's it.
What happened?
I don't know.
What happened was from the back, I saw Ken tap 4 times. Royce had him on a cross-side mount and had the arm underneath his neck, and I couldn't see it from the back too well, but he basically choked him out, Bill.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, that's fantastic.
It's so hard to see sometimes, but that's the power of jiu-jitsu.
Listen, good sportsmanship going on here. They're shaking hands and giving each other a hug. That's great.
That's wonderful. Referee didn't see it happen so fast.
I couldn't believe it. I thought
well, here we go
was
again.
much better.
There's the replay. Watch Ken's left hand. There's Royce's left. There's 2, 3, and I thought 4.
That's it. That's 4.
And 5 taps. And Royce has his left hand over Ken's neck, and that's why he was tapping. And there's another view of it. And that is a good back choke. One of the fundamental strategies of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I see the hand coming around. Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Very stealthy. Very stealthy.
Japanese, it's Hadaka Jimmy. From here, the hand, the throat is right in the bend of the wrist, and the strong right in here. Very good technique.
Well, I tell you, it's not very glamorous, but it sure is extremely effective. Ken came very close to getting Royce in almost a what appears to
You got
be
me in
a
the chokehold. I was trying to go for a leg.
Now with Brian.
And I forgot to guard my neck.
Anyone for your neck?
Yeah.
So and then you just couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So what was you thinking? What was you thinking going in? You know how tough the Gracies are.
Oh, yeah. I give them all the credit in the world. This is one of those things, you know, you got to... I'm not used to this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Ken, he started off the last match really slow against Art, the boxer. When he shot in, did that take you by surprise?
No, I knew he was going to try and shoot. He's got good defense on the ground. I couldn't sit back and take a leg. So I was trying to work. I was thinking too much about getting a leg, not enough about worrying about my neck.
It looked like you did have supremacy early on, and then suddenly it reversed like lightning.
That's the way submission is.
Have you ever fought someone jiu-jitsu before?
No. No, first time.
How would you prepare differently in retrospect?
I think next time I would initiate. I'd shoot in, I'd take him down. I'd get to the side of him, maybe throw him or something.
He picked his head up, and he was screaming to the referee something. What was he saying?
I tapped the mat, and the referee didn't see it. So he said, the referee's going to let it go. But I tapped the mat, I'm not going to lie. Otherwise, the referee would have let it go. And he let go of his hold already. So it wouldn't have been fair for me to say, keep going.
Yeah.
He'd already let go of the hold.
Say, Ken, you can count on one hand how many people would be able to get in the ring like that and be able to talk to me rationally after. What is it about your demeanor where you can turn it on and off like this?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. When I get in the ring, it's kind of everything changes.
You also mentioned to me during the press conference you'd hope to meet him in the finals.
Yes.
Do you believe that you're the second best person here?
I'm the third best person here today.
Okay. John Milius is over there, big-time movie producer, thinks you got amazing potential. It'll be a lot safer.
I like fighting.
You going to be back in Japan next month?
Yeah, hopefully I want to do this again. I'll be a little more prepared for it next time, you know. Hopefully I'll give him a better fight, you know. I'm sorry that I didn't give him a good enough fight, you know. But that happens. I had a pretty, the first one I was banged up pretty good, so I had to come in again, but that's what this is all about.
Ken, you know what? It's time to relax and have a good time and watch the finals. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Now we're going to go back to the booth where the big guys are, all the champions.
Now let's go see what the rematch of the thing, the replay, to see exactly what Royce did with Ken. The movement, again, he's trying to get around him. Ken gets around him once. And then, Rod, what do you see happening
Ken's trying to roll to his knees here, but Royce is placing a lot of pressure, as you can see, on his left shoulder. And now he goes to his knees, but now look at that left hand of Royce. It's right there. It's underneath, and I bet you it's grabbing the right gi. Here's where the gi comes in, Bill. It's grabbing the right gi lapel. And Royce's right hand, I believe, is probably holding down or locking Ken's right arm. So that gi really did come in handy there.
So what happens is he's using the gi also as a weapon, which is part of the whole thing also.
Very, very much so. But again, that particular style, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, is formidable with and without the gi. It makes no difference. This just is a different way, a different strategy. that Royce is using. Obviously, quite
very effective.
Yes,
Very
incredibly
effective.
effective.
And, you know, Ken is a very strong person. Yeah, he looked like he had a strong neck. Looked like he could take some nice power.
I don't think strength has too much to do with that technique.
He's a heck of a sportsman, too.
Great sportsman.
He tapped, and the referee didn't see it. He probably could have kept going, but got to give the guy credit for that.
I have to tell you,
Very
Ken was quite a sportsmanship at the interview as well.
And he also said he was only the third best. He didn't try to say he was number 2.
Let's look at the chart now. Let's see who's going to be in our final match. Who I thought would be one of the top fighters against Royce Gracie, the Jiu-Jitsu champion. I think it's going to be an out-of-sight great match. Now you're looking probably the greatest master of Jiu-Jitsu in the world. The original founder of Jiu-Jitsu, Helio Gracie.
You know, it's not very